From the creepy to the weird, here's 9 secrets that you do not want to find in WWE games. In WrestleMania 2000 on the N64, you were able to customize the roster to the likes not seen in any other WWE games except No Mercy. You could change anything about that wrestler in the edit mode, and you can even remove the masks. When WrestleMania 2000 released, Kane was still the mysterious masked demon who was supposedly severely burned by a fire, which is why he wears the mask to cover horrific burns. So when you go to edit mode and choose to remove Kane's mask, then you would have seen a horrifically burnt face under the mask, and it's genuinely nightmare fuel inducing. Can you imagine if you were curious to see what an unmasked Kane was and decided to do this at night? Now that would have been scary to see, and although not as scary, these Boogeyman appearances in the SmackDown vs RAW 2007 Backstage area are pretty weird to see. So if you're just having a brawl in the parking lot, or a bar brawl, as of course you do, it's the SmackDown vs RAW era, so we loved fighting in bars and parking lots. Well, if you messed around near the hearse that's parked up in the parking lot, you would have seen Boogeyman appear in the back of the hearse like so. You could even see him appear in a different way if the attack was reversed. In the bar area, if you use the TV monitors as a weapon, but the attack is reversed instead of a WWE diva showing up on the screen, you'd have got the Boogeyman instead. Definitely a punishing sight for those who got themselves reversed in this backstage attack. Being haunted by the Boogeyman is bad enough, but what about the time you actually got turned into a druid by The Undertaker? Yes, this actually happened. Imagine you created yourself in SmackDown vs RAW 2011 and thought to yourself, you know what? I could beat The Undertaker, no problem at all. And then you went on to go through the versus Undertaker Road to WrestleMania storyline, only to lose the final match against The Undertaker. This is the part where you would have seen yourself being turned into the Druid after being overpowered by a number of them who attacked you after losing the match to The Undertaker. It's a pretty creepy sight to see, and a secret you don't want to find yourself in.
Did connect. Oh, look out! And there's an overhand right. An elbow. And the boot connects with the abdomen. And there's another nasty kick to the gut. And you gotta figure it becomes extremely difficult to breathe after a few of those. This doesn't look good. He's being overwhelmed. What? I can't see. Hang on. Count them. There's one more. But that would mean...
The versus Undertaker storyline and creepy moments just go hand in hand with each other. Whilst being turned into a druid was bad enough, what about the time in the story when you got jump scared due to your curiosity? Whilst backstage during the versus Undertaker, you'll notice there are a bunch of caskets all around. Us players were obviously very curious of what could be inside these caskets. What could be the secrets within? We just had to go and open them. And for doing so, we got ourselves jump scared by the caskets. So next time you play SVR 11's versus Undertaker storyline, stay away from these caskets unless you like getting jump scared, you weirdo.
What the? Scram. Got her?
And you might want to get one of those caskets ready when you did this in SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. Not everything secret related that you don't want to find has to be horror related. Some secrets can just be annoyingly damaging if you don't watch your step when running around the SmackDown Shut Your Mouth backstage arena. People talk about how crazy some backstage areas are in WWE games, but I don't think any reach the craziness of this one because there's literally traps from just running into certain things. If you run into the cars in the parking lot, they'll eventually blow up and you'll see your superstar flying in the air after being hit by the car explosion. It's also not a wise idea to run in the boiler room, because causing damage to one of the pipes will see your superstar taking off into the air. Running into exploding environments in Shut Your Mouth might have made you angry, but you definitely weren't more angry than the ref in Day of Reckoning on the GameCube, who could flat out beat you up for not playing by the rules. So if you're having a match in a WWE game, you like to give the ref a little beating. Sure, you might get DQ'd, but it's worth it. Nothing else will happen other than a DQ. Well, you don't want to go and beat up the ref in the GameCube WWE games like Day of Reckoning, as the ref will not take you hitting him lightly. The ref will get up and start laying the smackdown on your character, letting it be known that this ref ain't gonna take no nonsense from anyone. Unless you want an impromptu handicap match, then you're gonna want to avoid accidentally finding that secret. You might be able to avoid the secret of an angry ref, but this next secret you don't want to find is one that you can't avoid if you like the SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 Road to WrestleMania stories. SVR 11's Road to WrestleMania mode featured a bunch of awesome unlockables that you could get throughout each story. If you went as far as to complete each story, then you would have got a special bonus unlockable for doing so. You would have remembered seeing it briefly in the vs. Undertaker storyline, and that was the Druid Arena, where, you guessed it, the entire arena is full of druids. The crowd will not react to anything and will be dead silent. You'll hear an ominous background sound throughout matches too. If that arena creeped you out a little too much, then it's going to be a secret one that you're not going to want to find and use in the game. If you stole from wrestlers in WWE RAW 2 on the original Xbox, you would have stolen certain unlockables like entrance movies and create a wrestler parts, but after stealing more than 3 times, you won't steal any further unlockables. You'll be awarded with dirty laundry. I think this was basically the game telling that you've stolen enough already, and for doing it too many times, here's your reward. Thanks WWE RAW 2, I sure do love dirty laundry as an award. What can get more dirty than the laundry? Well, I know. A secret mode that literally puts an emphasis on your dirty bodily functions. Yep, we can't do a video about secrets you don't want to find without mentioning this stinky mode. In WWF Warzone, if you went through the entire challenge mode with a difficulty on at least medium with either Mosh or Thrasher of the Headbangers, then you would have been awarded with Beans mode? For all your efforts? Oh, this literally makes you and your opponent fart and burp when getting hit during the match. This is 100% a real thing and not something you wanted to find back then, as you'll know that one annoying person would turn this mode on, so you have to hear non-stop farting and burping during a match.
Slam! Here they go! Oh yeah! Jockeying for position. Goldust can't shake the cobwebs off. He takes him vertical. Locked together.
And that was 9 secrets that you do not want to find in WWE games. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.